Hello everyone. It's been a little while since we've been in the pantry to do a chit chat. I've been busy outside. I've been busy inside. I've been doing all kinds of stuff. I've been doing a lot of videos. First off, I want to tell everybody and sincerely apologize because Tuesday night live streams has just proven to be disastrous. I can't always get online and I don't understand why. Some nights I can go live and within a couple seconds I'm live and we're chatting. Other times it just buffers and I don't understand it. I don't know why, but I just know that it's very disappointing for you and me when we can't get together and do a live stream that's planned. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say I can't dedicate myself anymore to Tuesday night live streams. I think I've been trying to do this for weeks now and we've only had a couple of them and I just can't seem to get on there. I don't understand why. But anyway, not to say that I won't never do live streams again. I'm just not gonna plan them because that just proves unreliable. So what's good about this is that when I can get on there and do a live stream, you can watch it in replay. So it's not like you really miss it. You might miss making a comment, but you know what? You won't miss the live stream in replay. And if you have any questions or any comments, you can always email me. My email is down underneath the description of every one of my videos. I get lots of emails every day and I absolutely love them. I love talking to people. So quite a few of you have my personal phone number. You can call me with canning questions, you know, all that stuff. So it does work good that way. You can get to me. You can email me. The other thing is I have not done any of my garden tours past week 5. And that is because it was like a gazillion degrees outside. We had a heat wave right straight out of Hades, I think. And you just couldn't stand to be out there. You take one step out there and you just break out in an instant sweat. And I'm sorry, friends, my blood is thick because I live in the cold region and I can't take heat at all. I don't know how you do it in the South because I would just die. I'm used to cold. So I haven't been out there walking around in my garden other than either really early in the morning or late at night, and it still was like unbearably hot. So when that finally subsided, now it's like back to 70s, you know, low 80s again. So it's back to a normal temperature now, but it's real rainy and it's wet. And I don't want to do a video, you know, of my garden tour when everything's falling over from rain. We had a few bad storms roll through, and I did have some storm damage to some of my plants, but that's the way it is. You know, I had my beautiful, oh my gosh, I bet she was about 5 feet tall or better, my big, beautiful tomato plant right out front here in my front bed. She had like 5 or 6 tomatoes, but she was indeterminate, so she was going to keep right on and growing, and it busted the top right off of her. So all I've got is what's on the bottom and a few suckers that I just kind of let go, thinking, well, maybe they'll produce something. But anyway, at least she's not dead, and I'll get a few tomatoes out of her. But that was a disappointment because she was gorgeous. That plant was beautiful and she was doing so well. One of my favorite in my garden. So anyway, I have a little, you know, a couple other plants that got a little damage from them, but it'll be okay. It's to be expected. You know, it happens. It's part of gardening. So, but I haven't done that, you know, since week 5, and we'll go on another garden tour here. It's bursting. My sunflowers are, you know, almost in full swing. They're gorgeous, and I'm getting a lot of squash and beans and cucumbers, and you know, I'm getting tons of that every day, and I'm just giving it away out my back door. My freezer's already full. I have to almost sit on it now to get it shut. So I can't really put much more squash or anything like that in. And so I donate. I donate it to whoever needs it. And thank you, God, because people have been coming on a regular basis to grab veggies and, you know, whatever, eggs. It all helps. So the garden up at the house, I do plan this week to get up there. It won't be a live stream, obviously, but even if I can only get pictures up there so that you can see the garden up there, because it's looking really good. We went through, we staked up all our tomato plants. We've been working on weeding in between it, because between all of us, I'm the only one that stays home and works at my home. I work from home, so I'm here every day and I can tend to my garden, my house, my chickens, and everything. But the rest of the family who takes care of the garden up there at the farm, they all work different hours. So we can never seem to get together at the same time and work in the garden. So one day I might be up there, there might be a couple others the next day or whatever. So, but every little bit helps, and we're getting there. And it's going really good. Some of our plants are a little overtaken with weeds, but they're still growing and they're producing good. And it's just a matter of getting up there, everybody together, and getting it cleaned out and going through. And it needs to be rototilled again too. So, but that garden's doing very good, and it's very prolific. We've got a lot of we've given away a lot of squash and cucumbers and onions and all different things out of that garden. So it's serving its purpose. So hopefully sometime this week I plan to get up there and I'll do a short video of it, show you how it all looks. We haven't had any deer in there because we did use some deer repellent in there. They went in and they ate 120 cabbage plants. We have some of the cabbage plants replaced, probably about half of what we had replaced. And there's been tracks in there from the deer. Of course they jump the fence. They can jump a tall fence, but they haven't eaten anything. So that repellent is obviously working. But that one's doing good up there. The flowers are in full bloom up there. They're beautiful. The sunflowers are doing good up there. Everybody's happy with the garden. The potatoes are doing well. They're almost ready. I mean, probably within the next couple of weeks we'll be harvesting potatoes. So I'm going to check mine today. In fact, that'll be in my my little vlog that I'm going to do. Not necessarily a garden tour, but I'm going to do a vlog and show you a few things around the garden. And the chickens are doing good. The little ones, the 4 out of the 10 that David gave me, I managed to keep 4. I don't know, something took the others away because they kept scurrying underneath my fence. Well, now the 4 are too fat to get underneath the fence now, so they're all in there and everything's good. Everything else is doing good. I have been picking blueberries like crazy. We've got a gentleman west of town that has the most beautiful blueberry patch I've ever seen. And he usually sells his blueberries. You pick, every year he sells them. And sometimes they pick and, you can pay for the picked ones. But this year, because of COVID, it's a no-touch system. So, and it was all pretty much donation. People who couldn't afford it, help yourself if you're going to use it. The people who can afford it, pitch in so that it keeps us going. So, of course, I picked and picked and picked till, I picked, oh my goodness. And I paid full price for them. He was asking $1.50 a pound if you pick your own. And I've got quite a few. I've picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've picked at least 8 4-quart buckets, 6 4-quart buckets out of there. So it was real nice. And then I gave 1 bucket to my neighbor, who I just think she's just precious. And it was cute. I went over there yesterday after I got out of the blueberry patch, and I said to her, I stopped in front of her house because she just lives kitty corner from me. And I asked her, I says, do you like blueberries? And she says, I was just thinking about going and picking some blueberries. And I handed her the 4-quart bucket, and I said, here you go. Now you don't got to pick them. These are all yours. put them in your freezer. And she's like, oh my gosh, that'll last me all winter. So one day we're going to sit on her porch and have a nice cup of tea and a fresh blueberry muffin. How nice is that? And she's the gal who is a mosaic artist. And the table that I got out front, we haven't started working. We're going to start working on that on Friday. And I do want to put it in a video. I've got this big round table, and you'll see it. It's big and round. I also already got it painted on the top white. And we're going to mosaic the whole top as a sunflower because I love sunflowers. So I think that'll be absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to start that on Friday, and I want to put that in a video. That'll take a little bit. So that video might not be till, September, but it'll be there. It'll be in a video. So I was excited, and I just really felt blessed because she is going to, my bread's in the oven. I'll be right back. I gotta go get it out. Hey friends, I might as well show you all these beautiful loaves of bread I baked today. They're gorgeous. Let me turn this on so we have some light here. These turned out beautiful. Look at that. This is the Amish white bread. And I bake for my mother and my sister-in-law and whoever, comes and gets some. But I've got 5 loaves here that I did today. And of course some of the rolls. So, these are beautiful. Let's set that right there. Yay! Those look so nice. Now I gotta take a little bit of butter and butter the tops. This will be good. Maybe some people don't butter the tops of their bread, but I always do because it just makes the crust nice and soft, and I love it. So that's all I do, just rub it. And then after it cools down just enough to handle it, I take it out of there and just kind of set it sideways on my countertop or on a wire rack so that it cools nicely. Yeah, this smells wonderful. So anyway, I don't remember exactly what I was saying. Of course, I get sidetracked and I forget it. And isn't it oh, you're clear down there. I get sidetracked. I'm sorry, you probably didn't see any of this, did you? I'm just putting butter on the tops of these. And I forgot what we were talking about because, of course, I just am who I am, and, I get sidetracked. And it's kind of like a booger getting old because that just happens. Sometimes I go in the pantry and I stand there and I think, what did I come in here for? I have to go back out and retrace my steps, and then it hits me. Oh yeah, I had to get the pepper. That's too funny. That happens. This bread turned out beautiful. Now this, I'm only keeping 1 loaf, and I'm sending all the rolls and the bread to my mother and my sister-in-law for this week. So they'll like that. And then I need to head up to the, I'm going to set that there because I'll put that in my butter dish. Then I have to head up to, where's it at, the Amish store, or my Mennonite store, to get more flour because I've blown through all my flour already, baking bread and rolls and all that good stuff. So let's go back in the pantry. All right. That bread will cool down a little bit. I also wanted to show you what I picked up at Dollar General. I love my little yellow tub that I got that I say I use it for a funnel. See how this is, I love this. I love this flexible thing. Well, this one will be perfect. It's huge. It is an 11-gallon tub, and it'll be perfect for harvesting my herbs. So, and I want to know how many of you actually started drying or tried my method of drying herbs with the bag and the holes in it. It's so easy to do and it works perfect. And I tell you what, I've given quite a few away because people will come in that, pick up vegetables or something and they're like, oh, those are so pretty. I love that. I'd never thought of doing something like that. And I'm like, well, just grab whatever you want, And they'll take a couple, but I have got tons of herbs. And I do have to get out there. And I'll probably do that today when we're on a video, and harvest some more of my herbs. Plus, I've got to bag up my rice. I got a lot of stuff I got to do, and I'm so glad that the temperature is back to normal because, friends, the heat just kills me. I can't take it. First off, and most everybody knows here, I've got Hashimoto's disease, thyroid disease, whatever you want to call it. I cannot take the heat. I can handle the cold better than I can handle the heat. So now that it is back down, I think today is 78 degrees here. So it's just like a breath of fresh air. So now I can go through and get everything I need to get done. I got all my windows and doors open, so baking my bread didn't make my kitchen extremely hot, which is nice. I got to package up all my rice that I got for my long-term storage. I got all my, you're going to see that video. I did a video because we harvested a bunch of turnips out of the big garden. And I did do a video, friends, that you will see coming for pressure canning turnips. And I take you, it's a little bit lengthy, but I take you literally step by step to use your pressure canner. So I really hope that helps a lot of you. And that will be coming up probably within the next couple weeks. I have my videos maybe about 2.5 weeks ahead, because you never know when I've got kids or something. So when I get an opportunity to do a video, I do it. Anyway, with that, I also have 3 bags. Remember, I've told you the last time in the last chit chat that we had, I have got 3 bags of celery frozen that I got from Gordon Foods. And I got it on sale for like $1.50 a bag. Or was it $1.50 a bag? I think it was $3 a bag. Anyway, I wanted to hydrate that and get that put up for the winter. And I'm going to do a video on that. It's so simple. It's just so simple. But I'm going to do a video on that because all you got to do is you don't even got to let it thaw out. I just spread it all over my dehydrator, turn it on, and walk away. And when it's crisp, it's done, But I am going to do a video on that. The other thing is my other friend wanted me to do a video with just music. No talking, just music. And she wanted me to go step by step to film everything I do making the cucumber salad. So I made that video and I put free music to it because the editing software that I use has its own background music, and free to use as long as you got the subscription to your editing software, which I do. And somebody copyright claimed it, or did a copyright claim against the music in that video, and they said it was a whole different song by a whole different composer. And it's like, really? How do you figure this? I mean, it didn't sound anything like the song they claimed it was, the music they claimed it was. But anyway, that's on hold. So it's going to be a little bit because they've got 30 days to comply with that, to either take it off or tell me that it's still their music. Well, it's not. So that's the first time I've ever had that happen. Anyway, if they continue to say it's that music, then I'm just going to take it down and change the music in it and put it back up. But that's coming too. But I'm not talking in that video. All it is the music. And it's a close-up of what I'm doing. So that was requested. And that's what I did for her. So, and I know she'll like that. Not much else going on. I've been busy. I'm gonna be down. Let's see. I'm not gonna be doing as many videos between the middle of August to probably, I think, 4 weeks, the middle of September. A family member is having surgery, and I'm going to help them through their recovery. So I'll be busy with them, and their surgery is the 14th of August. So, you know, in between times I'll be able to do some videos, or I might just strictly try and do live streams or chit chats or whatever. But I am going to be busy, really busy during that time, because not only is my family member having surgery and they're going to need my help through their recovery period, that is also my biggest time for canning and doing all that. So there will be videos, but probably not as many, and they probably will be mostly chit chat and canning videos. So there won't be so much of the garden and that. But you know what? That's all right, because I've got to do what I can do. And other than that, everything's good. I'm still working on stocking the pantry. I didn't get any strawberries this year. We really had a goofed up summer, but you know, partly because of the pandemic, I didn't get a chance to get any strawberries, and I usually go through and glean the field, but I didn't have a chance to do that this year. So there was no strawberries. I'm sad because I only got a couple jars of strawberries for this winter, or strawberry jam, but that's all right. I've got tons of blueberries this year, so this year will be the year of blueberries and not strawberry jam. I still got lots of apple butter, I got lots of peach jam, and I can do more peach and apricot jam in the fall, so it'll be fine. What else is going on? Oh, not much. I'm just so glad that this weather is back to a normal. Whew, I'm going to go out today, I already told you that, and check my potatoes. I planted them Good Friday, and usually they're 90-day potatoes, and that would be like the 21st. So they're probably ready. But I like, with my potatoes, some of them are still blooming. I like to wait until the blooms die and they start dying back a little bit, because I like the tubers to get just a little bit bigger. And I'll pick them then. But I always, like right now, I always go and maybe pull up one plant and have a nice handful of potatoes for dinner. And I'm telling you, friends, there is nothing like fresh potatoes, and I love them with peas. You do like, you boil your potatoes with your peas in there, and then do a little bit of a cream sauce with the butter, and oh my gosh, it's like a meal in itself. And, oh, I know what else I want to do. One of these days I'm going to get over to, you know what, I don't know if I can do that actually, because they are Amish. They're not the Mennonite, they are Amish. She's got a beautiful little market stand at the end of 4 Mile and, or Big 4 and 11 Mile Road, right down, a few miles down from where I live. And I wanted to show you her market stand because it's just gorgeous. But you know what? That is very disrespectful because they don't like cameras. So I think that we'll pass on that. I will tell you about it. She's got her homemade, home canned jams and jellies and pickled beets and pickles. And she's got all her beautiful produce from her garden. She's got huge tomatoes. And when I was there yesterday, I bought one of her big tomatoes because mine aren't ripe yet. And I said, how is it that you've got tomato plants already? Or you've got tomatoes already? I said, mine are nowhere near ready, you know, to pick. And she says, oh no, these aren't mine. She said, these come from about 100 miles south of us. And I'm like, oh, but these tomatoes were huge. And I bought 2 of them. And I sliced it, and one slice of that tomato fills a sandwich. So that's what I have. I have 1 tomato. And the other one, I gave away, friends. I had a gentleman come and looking for eggs last night, and I gave him 2 dozen. And, you know, he said that he was struggling and having a little bit of a hard time. Who's not during this time? More people are struggling than not. And so I wound up giving him, I told him, I don't sell my eggs anyway during this time. I won't do that. It's not going to make or break me, but it's going to help somebody. So that's it. I don't sell them. All I say to people is, you know what? If you want to do something for me in return, that's fine. Just save some kitchen scraps, some veggie scraps for the chickens. They'll love it. And then it helps me out because the more scraps and goodies they get, the less I have to dole out and feed. So it's a win-win. Anyway, he saw my tomatoes on the counter, and I says, look at these. These are huge. And he's like, oh my gosh, I love tomatoes. Well, of course, I had to give him one. That's just who I am. So I'm sure he had a big old tomato sandwich, and then he got some kale, and he was just happy, went with a bag of goodies, and I was so glad that I was able to help somebody, because that, friends, is who I am. So with that, I want to get off here because it's getting a little warm in this room. I'm having hot flashes anyway, and they're ungodly. So I'm going to go and I'm going to take a walk around the yard, go see the chickens, go gather some eggs, and probably do a video out there for you. So for now, you all have a good day. Thanks for chatting with me, and I'll see you tomorrow.